Hello, I'm Jessica. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. This is a completely seated leg workout. All of our exercises are inspired by Pilates and barre movements to create nice, long, lean, toned muscles that are also nice and strong. Pilates and barre movements are a great way to strengthen the legs because we're not adding any extra resistance or weight into the joints, so joint irritation will be minimal. I have my chair. I also have my workout ball, my Pilates ball with me here today. If you do not have one, do not worry. You can use a small pillow or a rolled up workout towel. Of course, you have the option to use nothing at all if that works out better for you. Go ahead, grab whatever you have and your chair, and we're gonna get started right now. We're gonna start with our Pilates ball in the hand while we warm up these legs just a little bit. And right away, I want you to draw those core muscles up and in. And let's just take a nice, easy march here. We're gonna create a little bit of increased circulation and blood flow to the legs, making sure that they have nice, good warm up through movement in the joints, as well as oxygen to those muscles. Beautiful job here. Let's take it just a little bit wider, stretching more through the inner thighs. All of our movements today are really easy to customize. So if you need a smaller movement, a slower movement, or maybe a bigger, harder movement, either way, you can really tailor this workout to whatever your needs and fitness level are today. So always listen to your body. It knows exactly what feels good for you and maybe what is better to avoid. Take it back to the center. Great job here. We're gonna take easy kicks. I don't want a full extension in the legs just yet. We're starting small with movement through those knees. On those kicks, start flexing those toes up. So as if you were gonna show me the bottom of your shoe, we're gonna warm up through the ankle and the shins as well. Maybe increase a little bit of ankle mobility here today with some of our exercises. Keep going here, you've got this. You should start to feel a little bit of warmth building through those legs. Tuck those feet back under, back to that march. Draw those knees up just a little bit higher and point those toes down for the floor, stretching through the fronts of the ankles. There should be no pain or discomfort here. At the same time, this movement, see if you can link it up with pulling the arch of the foot up and in, just kind of curling those toes under just a touch so that we can strengthen through the feet here too. Get the most out of every movement today that we can. Let's go ahead, set them down. Calf raises here again, stretching through the fronts of the ankles. Little bit more movement for the back of the ankle joint here. Take it nice and easy. Remember, this is just a warm-up. Go ahead here, place this ball to the center of the thighs. You want to make sure that you are clear of the kneecaps so that as we squeeze this ball, we're not creating any sort of pressure on the knee joint. We're going to step those feet on in. How close is definitely up to you. I'm able to snuggle mine up nice and next to each other. That may not be a good fit for you. They can be wider too. Just make sure that you're really able to work on those inner thigh muscles here. You can see that I've already started squeezing this ball. I'm squeezing and releasing as far as I can without actually dropping the ball. So you're having to maintain just a little bit of muscle tension there. If you come too wide, you're gonna lose the ball. If you do, it's okay. You just track it down, bring it back. It happens all the time. So right now we have a little bit bigger movement here. Great. We're gonna finish this off with little pulses here. So right at that end range of motion, you're gonna release about an inch or two and come right back into squeeze, developing really good muscle tone and strength through these inner thighs. The more we add muscle to this body, the higher your resting metabolic rate becomes. So in a way, this is also a fat loss workout, even though it's not cardio based. You're gonna feel those inner thighs talking to you here a bit. Let's give it a little bit of a break. Take this ball up to the center of the chest. We're just gonna turn slightly to the right. We're gonna incorporate a little bit of core work here just to give those legs a break. Great job here. You see that I'm stopping about a quarter turn to that right side, just enough to activate through these side core muscles. Wonderful job here. Back to the center, and let's take this ball back to the legs. Squeeze it on in, not completely in, but about halfway into the maximum distance you can close. We're gonna go ahead here, engage those sitting muscles. So you're just gonna give them a squeeze and release. Squeeze them up and under, release. At the same time, we're still working on those inner thigh muscles. Squeezing and releasing those seating muscles underneath us. You might feel yourself rise just a little bit as those muscles contract. You know you've got it right if you have a little bit of movement here. Working these glute muscles is so incredibly important. They are a prime mover. They are a decelerator through a lot of our lowering the body motions. They have a lot to do with the relationship between your knee joint health. And of course, everything's a chain. So through the hips, through the knees, through the ankles, keeping these prime movers nice and strong is really going to help with joint stability, strength. Great job here. See if you can hold it at the top and give it little pulses. So full contraction, release just a tiny bit and come into it. Imagine those sitting muscles, all of those booty muscles squeezing together. A lot of people like to cue to draw an image of squeezing a dollar bill in between the cheeks. Don't let the wind blow it away. I know it's a little bit silly, but it really can help you mentally visualize how to engage these muscles with this work. Trust me, I feel it too. They are on fire. You want a nice toned booty, you want this nice and strong. This is a muscle that is meant to work. Great job here. Release it nice and easy. Take this ball here to the center. Let's go off to that left side, just again about that quarter turn here to the left, not really far. Keep it relaxed through the shoulders. Beautiful. Breathe easy here. There is no need to go fast. I'd rather you slow down and get that really good muscle contraction at the end range of this motion here. Also seems like a great time for me to remind you to, if you haven't already, go ahead, click subscribe at the end of this workout, or consider giving this channel and me a subscribe. It's always free to click that button. Makes these workouts easier for you to find. And if you are enjoying the workouts, you want to make sure that you don't miss one. Great job here. Ready? Let's take it back to the center. We're going to take this ball here under the right knee. Now you can turn to the left side slightly, just so you have a little more room in the front of your chair. Your situation posture-wise could be a lot different than mine, so whatever works for you. But you're going to tuck that ball up nice and close, and as you can see, you do have the option here to draw that foot off of the floor. We're going to pull this lower leg against the ball to bring it in against that upper thigh. You're going to have to maintain a little bit of tension here to make sure that you do not drop the ball. Like I said, it happens all the time. Just laugh, find it, and continue on. Great part about at-home workouts, you can always hit pause, rewind just a little bit, come back to it. Great job here. You're feeling work through this upper thigh muscle, maintaining this leg lift. As well, you should be feeling work through the back of the upper thigh to engage that squeezing motion here against the ball. Nice and easy. You do not have to go crazy here with this. Trust me, there is plenty of work here. If you cannot squeeze harder, squeeze longer. Really hold that muscle contraction and then release. Go ahead, take the ball out from underneath that leg. We're gonna place it to the inner thighs again. Not squeezing all the way, just about halfway to full muscle contraction here. And we're gonna raise ourselves up to the toes. We're getting a few things here, and hopefully you're already noticing that there is a little bit of core work here as we bring weight out of the lower body. Those core muscles need to help stabilize a little bit more, so you have some really good work here through your stabilizing deep core muscles. You also have that nice ankle mobility exercise here. You can slightly push those toes down towards the floor or towards your shoes and engage through the arch of the foot. Get some foot strengthening here. You've obviously got inner thighs going. A lot going on here. These shorter workouts are amazing. I'm not going to give you less work. I'm just going to give you exercises that have 3 or 4 different benefits so you can really maximize everything you can get in a shorter window of time. Great job here. Bring it on down. We're going to take this ball under the left leg. If you need to and it's more comfortable, turn yourself slightly to the right. Place that under the leg, right nuzzled up to the back of the knee here. Nice part about these balls is they kind of squish and wedge into that space nice and easy. Draw this foot up and in. Give it a nice good squeeze. Look for tension or discomfort through the low back. Make sure those hips are tucked forward just a little bit. Shoulders are out of the ears. You are, of course, breathing. Knee feels good. Ankle feels good. Hip feels good. Run through. And if that ball wiggles loose, just bring it back in. Sometimes you have to readjust through. If you cannot squeeze harder and you want a little more work, squeeze longer. Hold that ball. And then release. You're going to feel everything through these upper thigh muscles working. Breathe easy here. We have some really great cool down stretches for you at the end of this workout. I definitely recommend sticking around, completing those stretches, because they will help return these muscles to a normal length and decrease potential soreness. We are working these muscles to create a controlled stress so that the body will adapt to that stress by developing more muscle tissue and more strength. Go ahead, release that here, nice and easy. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. Great job here. So like I was saying, make sure to hit those stretches here today. Wiggle those hips forward in the chair. Touch lightly those toes to the floor. If you would like a little bit of core work, keep that torso off of the back of the chair. If you need to lean back, that is okay. Squeeze those lower legs together as you lift and extend those legs, working on a little bit of quad strength here. The core work is optional, whatever works for you. And of course, if you are not working with a ball, go ahead, complete this exercise, same exact thing. Try to keep those legs in nice alignment. Or if you need a modification with or without the ball, just take one leg at a time, keep that ball handy. We're actually almost done with the ball. We have just a few more to go here. Hang on, nice and strong. Smooth and steady through this knee joint. Beautiful work here. Take it On down, give those legs a little bit of love. We're gonna take this ball right in between the middle of the foot. So you have this little bony part right here on the inside of the ankle. I don't want you pressing on that. Put the ball right in front of it to the soles of the feet. So when you squeeze, you're squeezing with the feet, not so much that ankle part. Lift those ankles at the same time, maintaining just a light squeeze of the ball. So we're really using this ball here and that squeezing motion to engage through these anterior shin muscles, so front of the shin muscles. Great job here. If your feet have a tendency to turn out, this is a great move to counteract that, to bring them back forward into good alignment. Also has a lot to do with ankle strength here. Release that down, take it to the heels. You may need to scoot those hips forward in the chair a little bit, squeeze the ball, lower the feet, lift up to the heels. Again, light squeeze of the ball here. This movement can be incredibly deceiving because you think it's such a small movement, it's such a light squeeze of the feet, but man, really engaging these muscles with a little bit of resistance is not something that happens naturally through our daily movement patterns. And it's really important to keep these dorsiflexors nice and strong. Think about climbing stairs, stepping up onto a curb, stepping out of the shower or a bathtub. You have to be able to flex those toes up nice and high. Otherwise, you have the risk of them catching, and that's how a lot of falls and trips happen. And usually that is not something that we ever want to encourage. That's definitely never something we want to happen. Okay. All right, let's roll this ball here over towards the right leg, and you can definitely place your left leg wherever it feels nice and good. We're gonna step on this ball, take it closer to you just a little bit. Heel is pushing into the ball. We're gonna roll it out and in, starting with this small movement. And if there is no irritation, you do have the option to take it towards the middle of the foot, roll out to the heel and to the toe at the same time. Pressing down on this ball, you're gonna feel those shin muscles kicking in. You're gonna feel some of these thigh muscles. Everything here is working. Next time you take it out, leave it out, push that heel into the ball. You can lean your body forward a little bit, use some core in there, that's okay. Get some of that strength. We want this core working and communicating with these leg muscles. Make sure as you lean forward though, you're not just dumping body weight to press into the ball, you're also using the foot like you are stepping on the gas pedal here. Speeding on our way to an amazing set of toned legs. That was really cheesy. I apologize for that. Hopefully a little bit of a distraction here. Go ahead. Roll it over to the left leg. Same thing here. Start towards the front of the heel. Forward and back. Explore this smaller movement first. And if that feels good, go ahead. Take it out just a little bit further. Push just a little bit more. Roll it in. Roll it out. Great job here. Little bit of mobility for the knee here. Working on these muscles, working on these joints. Definitely getting some core in here. Take it back out. Get it to where placement feels good, where you can push into the heel. Leaning forward just a little bit to engage the core. Notice that I'm still upright. I'm just folding forward from the hips, so I'm not moving through my low back spine to achieve this forward press. I want to make sure I'm recruiting my core muscles, my stabilizers, not my low back for this work. Great job here. Hang on, you've got this. And let's get one last good one here. Take it in, roll that ball underneath the chair. Now, whether it stays there or not is to be determined. Please make sure when you get up that you look and see where that ball is first, that you do not accidentally step on it and lose your balance. Send those hips over here to the left side of the chair. We're going to take this left leg and we're going to open it out, pull that knee in, push through that heel out, and in, nice and easy, stretching out those hip flexors a little bit. Very common for them to get tight from being in a seated position. Often we're extending through the knee. We are getting some nice good hip extension here. See if you can squeeze that sitting muscle here. You do have the option to plant a little bit of body weight into this right leg. Take that heel back just a little bit and then point those toes. This is not a big movement. You can definitely turn to the side and lean on the back of the chair if you would like to take a little bit of pressure and intensity out of this exercise. Really working through the back muscles of this leg. Draw that in. They should be getting tired. You're doing a wonderful job here. Same thing, scoot those hips over to the right side of the chair a little bit. Plant yourself nice and solid through the chair. Extend that leg. Draw that knee up. Imagine just pressing through that heel. Coming again into knee extension. Hip extension here. Little bit of flexing through the knee, working on lengthening these hip flexors back out. It should not feel like anything really significant. There should be no dramatic response through this right here as you extend this leg. Great job. Leave it out. Pulse that heel back and then point those toes. Again, same option here if you would like to turn towards the back of your chair and just pulse that leg to the back. Nice and easy here. Make sure everything feels good in the body. It doesn't have to be really high off of the floor. I do realize how much work that is. Keep it nice and low. Pulse it to the back. Great job. Step that on back in. Beautiful job here. Center up this left leg. Step this right leg out to the side. Encourage that knee open over the ankle. Draw it all the way up. Cross it over. Turn to the right. Open it up. Cross it over. Good. So borrowing a little bit from bar exercises here to get this nice stretch through the hip, through the torso. Hold this one here. Relax. Good. I'm turning my body slightly, again, about that quarter turn here to the right. Take it on forward. Let yourself fold forward over this front leg. Feel the low back here. Ease yourself on up. Center up that right leg. Step that left leg out. Encourage that knee to stay over the ankle. Let's go ahead here. Cross it over and open. Good. Move at your own pace. Move with what feels good in your body. We'll take just a few more here. Gonna feel those legs talking to you, those muscles. Cross it over, hold this one. Breathe easy here, let your body start cooling down. Relax that on forward. Let's turn ourselves over to the right side and we're going to step this left foot in, and I want you to find the place as far back as you can scoot it with the heel staying on the floor. And we're just going to rock forward and ease back. Just some nice ankle mobility stretching here. Try to keep that heel on the floor. You may feel a little bit of stretching here through the front. It should not be overly pressure or a pain, or maybe you're not quite sure. If so, just pull back a little bit. Go to a smaller movement. Always err on the side of caution here anytime we're dealing with the joints. Very good. Bring that one back in, and let's switch it over to the other leg here. Same thing. It could be different on this side. Heel comes in as far back as you can while the heel touches the floor, and then just gently rock that knee forward and pull it back. We're not sending a lot of body weight into this ankle, but that doesn't mean that it can't cause irritation or discomfort. Good. So what we're trying to accomplish right now is getting this knee to move forward slightly, stretching through the back of this ankle joint, increasing our ability for range of dorsiflexion. So we want dorsiflexion strength and mobility, two different things, both so important. Great job here. Let's take one more and then bring it on back in. Great job here. Step those feet nice and wide. Lower yourself onto the forearms here and drop that left arm down towards the floor. Roll this right side up and open. Same thing here on the right. We are releasing through this low back, just in case it is maybe not so happy about some of this leg work. We always try to minimize any risk to the low back, but I still want to release it. Make sure that it feels good and happy with us before we continue on. Right side here, roll it on up. Great job here. Ankle circles, whichever direction feels good. One foot at a time or both, your choice. Beautiful. Take those heels on down to the floor. Side to side. So sort of a windshield wiper motion here. Great job. Ease them on down. Last, final good deep breath in. And then let the whole body relax. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout. Of course, I have new workouts for you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Make sure that you are subscribed so that you do not miss us. I cannot wait for the next workout. Until I see you guys again, keep taking good care of yourselves. Put your health and fitness as a priority. And as always, thank you so much for choosing me to work out with you today. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again soon.